Hi, I'm Jess and I'm the Canvas coordinator at Webtoon. This is Creators 101 where we help give you the knowledge to grow your series on Canvas. Today we'll be talking to two of the creators of Just Pancakes, Adrian and Maggie. We're going to be talking about collaborating on Canvas. To start off, why don't you tell me a little bit about your series?
Our series, Just Pancakes, revolves around three wizard brothers who try their best to run their family tavern located in the middle of nowhere.
I love the series. I think it's hilarious. You said that there's like three of you,
Yeah,
correct?
There are three of us that do
Who's
it.
the third person?
Third person is our friend David. He's not here today because he had other things to do, but that's kind of one of the hurdles of collaboration. So unfortunately, he couldn't be here today.
And he's our storyboard artist and also one of the co-creators.
You mentioned hurdles that you have to go through being a collaborator on a project. Can you expand on some of those hurdles?
A big one is communication. Even though we'll just have like a meeting, we'll end up needing to pause, and then one of us will call an hour later and be like, what happened again? What are we doing with the script? Or where is the storyboard needing to go? And it's just needing to communicate and make sure everybody's on the same page. One thing that we did that has really helped us is we actually made a show Bible.
Okay.
The show Bible is basically the structure to the show. It is all the rules of the world that they live in. It's all the rules of this character would do this character wouldn't do this. And that's one of the ways we keep structure and order with...
It's our do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Do you all work on the jokes?
Mainly it's me and David. We both kind of bounce off of each other. And sometimes Maggie and David will bounce off of each other, or me and Maggie. It's not always the three of us together. But when we are together, we do just bounce off of each other.
We play word games sometimes.
Yeah.
We take a lot of inspiration from like the SpongeBob
Anything,
Writers
yeah.
Room and all that.
Is there any days that you guys it's like not clicking, you can't get the story going, and how do you get past that as collaborating together?
A big thing that we do, because we have been friends for so long, all three of us, and we've been working on this idea for so long. I think we came up with the original concept in high school. And since we have been working on it so long, we have this really strong friendship, but one of the big things that we've had to kind of figure out with each other is, okay, I'm telling this to you as your co-creator, as your collaborator, versus I'm telling this to you as your friend. So this isn't a personal thing, this is me trying to give you constructive criticism. And that's a big thing when you're collaborating with people. Even if you collaborate with your friends, make sure right from the get-go you have that base work that we need to know what is work and what's friendship is friendship. Because while it is fun to work together, you're still working together.
Yes. Because you work with several different people, usually an original series, there's one person working on it. Working with three people, how does the schedule look?
How a typical episode is produced is I will write 4 or 5 scripts, and we will vet those 4 or 5 scripts, and those will go through a revision process. And whichever one we, as a team, decide is the strongest, that will then go to storyboard. And David will have at any time 2 to 3 scripts that he's going to be storyboarding, and he's going to be submitting on a weekly basis at least 1 storyboard, and that is usually for an episode that is 2 episodes ahead of what Adrian has. So really what makes our team work is having the basis and the structure where I know I need to be 5 scripts ahead, David knows he needs to be 3 storyboards ahead, so Adrian can stay on top of the buffer, because especially with comic collaboration and with a platform like Webtoon, one person is going to do most of the work, as in most of the drawing. The illustrator is going to have a lot more on their shoulders than anyone else typically will, so as long as the other 2 members of the team are supportive, it's a really helpful backbone.
Or whatever works for any other team dynamic.
We really do look at how the professionals did it. We look at how an animated episode comes into production, and that's kind of what we initially modeled ourselves off of when we first started Just Pancakes on Canvas. So it's something that if you're going to collab, you got to decide that right off the bat.
Yeah, because I could see it could cause issues down the road where you're trying to get so much done, and if you don't have the structure, it could kind of tumble into a mess. But it seems like you guys work really well together. I mean, you guys are best friends, so it's like the perfect scenario where you can be best friends and have like a lot of fun, but like you guys know how to work really well together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other last minute advice you want to give?
The importance of failure, because like it's not gonna work out 100% when you're working in a group. There's always going to be problems. Even we have problems, even though we have a great dynamic with each other. But we have that dynamic because we did have problems. We did have things we had to work with. And it's okay to have those problems. It's okay to have those little failures. If you're working on a project and something doesn't go right, there's a conflict of creative thought, it's okay for that to happen. Because then the next project that you work on, you kind of already know how to deal with that better, and you know how to fix it next time.
The best piece of advice I can give is that your first project is probably not going to work out, and that's okay. It's okay for the first thing to fail, because you just need to make something, because if you don't start by making something, then you're not going to make anything.
That's the best advice I could give to on Canvas. I'm just telling people to always create, never stop creating, put your work out there, whether it's collaborating with somebody, whether it's on your own, because if you don't put your work out there, you're not gonna know what you can do and they're not gonna know what you can do. So just keep on creating. Thank you so much for being here. It was really great having you and discussing collaboration with you. Thank you for tuning in. If you want more information on how to publish on Canvas, visit our Creator 101 page on our website. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!